Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 77 of Direwolf20's Let's Play. Got a few things I'd like to get working on today, so I'm going to get started. I was playing around in my test world, getting ready to mess around with some of these different railcart tracks. There's a new type of track I want to get using, and there's some other cool things I want to do. I also want to fix a couple things in my Railcraft Age based on the comments from my last video. There was about one comment that probably monopolized about 50% of the comments in the video. So we'll get to that pretty soon as well. Appreciate you guys hooking me up with the details on that too, by the way. So I'm going to get started crafting some items here, and I'll be back in a few once I'm ready to, do everything. Alright guys, I think I've got what I need here. Let's give it a shot. I'm going to need to request out of my pipe system here, probably real quick, grab myself a piston. Yep, there we go. Let's just grab one of those for now. And while I'm waiting for that, I'm going to grab some iron ingots and make myself some, iron blocks of iron, looking cool. I'm going to want to place my piston right there in the middle of those blocks of iron with some stone rail beds and some of these tracks, and we'll get ourselves a launcher track. Sweet. This thing is pretty awesome, and it's going to play one of the components of my track system here. I don't know if I want more launcher tracks than that, at least one for now, but we're going to give it a shot. And we're going to head over to our Age of Rails and start building up some more of the minecart fun. Sounds like my little Thaumcraft defense mechanism is working out pretty well there. So let's head off in this direction. First off, one thing I'd like to do is check to see, alright, I've got a couple minecarts there. Let's pull one out and hop in. Hooray, I'm having fun. I might want to put some more speed rails in this thing. We'll have to see. But for now, it looks like it's working pretty well. It's a little bit slow to be considered much of a, roller coaster, but I might try and speed it up. Now that we've gotten down here, I want to yoink, steal that thing. And from what I'm told, we don't really need this whole little system here. So let's give this a shot. I'm going to go up here and just get rid of everything. And it seems to me, according to the YouTube comments, which I got many of, elevator rails will send their redstone signal down, not up. So by me putting the lever on the bottom of the elevator rail is why it wasn't working. If I had placed it all the way at the top here, I wouldn't need this whole redstone wire. And I hope you guys are right about this, because then I'm going to have to place my redstone wire back if it doesn't work. Oh well, I trust my subscribers. If they say it's so, it's so. So let's flip this lever on and see what's going on this side. Oh yeah, look at that, it works. Sweet. Now do note that it'll send you up when it's powered, but if it's not powered, I believe it lets you go down at a nice, leisurely pace. So let's get up to the top again and get some more tracks going. I'm going to need some of these guys and probably some of these guys as well. I want to build some kind of neat little roller coaster system up here, so I wonder how well I can get this guy off in this direction. Not sure if this will be perfect or not, but we'll find out pretty soon. I'm just going to lead him up here. And I might, like I said, need to go with some, booster rails or whatever, but we'll find out what happens. Now, can I get track on glowstone? Probably not. So let's clear out a nice little area here and get these guys converted into, I'll probably go with just dirt. Or maybe smooth stone. That sounds like a good plan, because that's what I have on me. Cool. And up we go. So I'm going to give this a shot here, and this should stop when it gets up here. So let's head back down and give this thing another test. Yoink. There we go. Button press time. As soon as I place my minecart back in there, go. Let's ride it. Like I said, might want to put some more boosters on here. I don't know if I'm traveling at top speed on this cart or not. I might want to, upgrade these rails at some point. But we'll see what happens. Here we go. Elevator rails should pick us up and send us straight upwards. Whoosh. Now the question is, will I connect at this little intersection here? Oh yeah, look at that. Cool. Alright, definitely need some boosters. Not a big deal. We'll make sure that happens. I'm thinking what I could do even is maybe make this a booster. And then this will get, activated by the lever there. So that'll help out a little bit. Doesn't that sound like a good idea? Totally. Alright, might need a few more boosters along the way, but we'll see what happens. Let's also head down here and put a few more boosters along the track. I want to see if I get a faster speed by boosting somewhere along the line. This looks like as good a spot as any. Let's get out of our white bag some levers. Going to need a handful of them. Cool. And I want to see just how fast I can get if I boost up you know, a little further down this track. I'm just going to put 4 boosters down. Now, I know there's some equations I can look at online, and I probably will go look them up and see. But I want to see if I want to upgrade these tracks from the standard rails to a little bit of a faster speed rail. So let's see what happens when I hit the booster here. Not too much. So I'm going at a pretty decent speed right now. And I'm not totally loving it, to be honest with you. Not a bad speed, don't get me wrong. It's just like a little leisurely, I guess you could say. So let's see what happens once I get up to here. Whoosh. Good. That does actually seem like it does a good job. Alright. So, what I'm going to want to do next is probably make some kind of ramp system that goes down and then back up. Kind of like a roller coaster might. And then we'll have to see what happens to go from there. Alright, let's give something new a try here, just because I want to see how much better it improves things. I want to make some steel ingots in a pattern like... I thought that. I guess not. Let's check our recipes again for a high-speed rail bed. We need some stone ties, which are made with rebar. And it looks like iron ingots in that pattern gives me 4 of them, and steel ingots in this pattern... Oh, it has to go into a rolling machine. That's why. Alright, cool. I can handle that. Rolling machine, let's hook it up. Just run your steel ingots like that. You get 8 rebar, which is good. I'm going to get myself some more... Yep, see, I did it again. Always mix up the rolling machine. I'm used to being in a crafting table interface, and then it's like, hey, I'm not anymore. Let's do this and get ourselves a good number of stone ties. That looks pretty good. I'll get myself a stone rail bed along with that. I'm probably going to need a few more of these. So let's grab a few more. Where'd these things go? And you could use iron like I showed you guys a moment ago, but we'll use the steel for now. Cool. Make sure I have plenty of these stone slabs. That looks cool. Nice. Even have a few more extra rebar. 2 more? Alright, yeah, let's get a few more. Alright, so stone rail beds, as you can see, are used for more advanced types of tracks. They're obviously a bit more expensive, requiring a lot of iron and steel, but that's not too big a deal. But we can craft some high-speed rails with these things. I'm definitely going to want to go with some high-speed rails. I think it'll be a little bit cooler. Now, in order to deal with your high-speed rails, we're going to need the stone rail beds, as I just showed you how to make, and then some high-speed rails made like so in a rolling machine. So I'm going to need some more steel ingots, some blaze powder, and some gold. Oh boy, expensive time, huh? But, like I said, high speed equals cool. Especially when you're doing something like a roller coaster. You want this thing to be fast, right? So we'll grab some gold. I think I should have some blaze powder somewhere in my miscellaneous junk, but I might want a few more. So I'm going to go macerate that up in my macerators. Make sure to leave 1 blaze powder in miscellaneous junk just so it gets routed properly. And then grab some more of this stuff. So we'll see how much we're going to wind up needing. But for now, I'm going to grab this thing and craft, let's say, 3 sets of them. That ought to do for now. Okay, high-speed rails. Cool. And let's craft up a few. I'm going to do just 2 sets for now, because I want to see how well it works out. Now, we're going to get a decent amount. We're going to get 16 high-speed rails per crafting recipe. So even though it's a lot of ingredients, we do get a lot of rails out of it. So that's at least cool. So high-speed rails are good. And then let's see what else we can craft. We can get ourselves, there's the booster track, the transition track. Okay, let's go with a booster track. That should be good. I'm going to need a few of them. Hopefully the 8 will be enough. Redstone, of course. My nemesis. Never enough on me. 2? Let's just do it 2. Okay, high-speed booster tracks. I'm going to bring these into my age with me and show you guys how the high-speed booster tracks work. They're pretty cool. but you want to be a little bit careful with them because if you don't use them properly, you'll cause an explosion because regular tracks do not like having a high-speed cart going over them. So let's go right down to here. What I want to do is as soon as I get off this thing, I'm going to just break a couple of these guys and get ourselves some high-speed booster tracks. That should be good. Maybe even, yeah, that's alright. We won't put that many there. Maybe 3. Now, after your high-speed booster track is in place, and you definitely want to have a nice lever or something applying a redstone signal. Again, we're kind of just testing this mechanism, so let's go with a lever for now. We'll, of course, switch that up. And then I need to replace all these tracks here with high-speed tracks. Not the booster tracks, mind you, just the regular old high-speed tracks. So I'll come back in a few seconds once I've managed to replace these guys, and then I think I'm going to replace them only up to about here. Sounds like a good spot, and I'll be back. Okay, now remember the part where I said you have to make sure that you slow your cart down before it jumps into another track. Well, we've gotten to that part. Let's get rid of this raw chicken and feathers. Don't really need you guys sitting there. I need to place down my high-speed booster tracks, but I want to not have them be powered. So let's turn off this lever. And that should slow me down, I believe. Okay, so by placing those few slowing down machine thingies there, we should be in good shape. Let's go give it a shot. What do you say? Now this is the part where we're going to see how much we like the high-speed carts versus the slower ones. So, give me a cart please, and we should see a noticeable speed increase. Oh yeah, that seems a little bit faster. And then we can slow down, and that's what a normal speed will be. Definitely looks better, doesn't it? How's it going, buddy? Oh, you're setting me on fire, huh? Not cool. Alright, and then we'll get up to the top there. So I kind of do like the high-speed rail. I think that's a little bit cooler. Let's get up to the top here. Dun dun dun. And then hooray! I like it. What do you guys think? Cool? Yeah, I think so. Alright, so we'll head back over in this direction and start placing down more high-speed rails. Now, as you saw, I didn't have quite enough high-speed rails. I almost used all of them. Let's go get rid of this wisp, by the way. That's causing me trouble. Thank you. And get rid of these slower ones. Now, if you don't slow yourself down by either using the high-speed booster tracks, the other option you can use is a high-speed transition track. And you'll notice that unlike the boosters, they have little arrows on them that kind of point in the direction. So you could have a high-speed booster track facing that way to speed you up, and a high-speed booster track facing that way to slow you down. But that's okay. We're not going to do it this way. I liked the idea of the tracks the way I had them. So, going to need to craft quite a few more of these high-speed rails. Might need to grab some more blaze powder. I think I left it all back in my overworld. So why don't I craft about, I don't know, 3 more sets of those, and then I'll be back. Alright, crafted myself just a handful of things. Got myself the high-speed tracks and a few more high-speed booster tracks, just as I felt like that would be some good measure there. And then, of course, these little slimers. I'm going to have to do something about them, and I do have kind of an interesting idea on what I'd like to do here with that. But we'll have to wait and see. I definitely want to put up something that might, you know, help out with the sides of the track here, if you know what I mean. Might be cool. Alright, I'll be back in a few once I've replaced all these tracks with high-speed tracks. Hey, maybe I can get the Mercurial Eye to lay down some track for me. That would be cool. I doubt it, though. I don't think these things even have an EMC value. Vanilla tracks do, but no other tracks in Railcraft have an EMC value. Alright, like I said, be back in a few. Wow, that was more rails than I thought. I needed almost 30 more than I had brought, so went back to the overworld, crafted them, and then I've got my slowdown ring here, ready to zoom it up. Alright, let's give this another try. I want to make sure this thing's as fully loaded as possible. I thought I had grabbed an extra cart, but I don't know, I think I have them in here. There's some. There we go. Cool. So, pressing the button, getting the cart, and riding it off. Whoosh. Yeah, see, that's a little bit better, right? Nice high speed. Yeah, look at that. Nice high speed catching up. I do want to try something, just maybe a few more speed boosters back here. Just see if that makes a little bit of a difference early on in the ride. Oh yeah, look how fast I'm going. Crazy speed. Whoosh. That's cool. And then hopefully enough to slow me down, and yeah, nice. Definitely slow down, I'm not kidding. There's an explosion, there's damage, there's bad things, it's no good. Alright, now that I have a ton of extra rails laying around because I just broke them all off, let's see what kind of fun ride we can have on this thing. So let's break this stuff off here and just use normal rails to go down this way. Get back up there. Alright, now it's going to take me a few minutes to build basically a stairwell of carts, but I want to kind of like go down some, ride forward a little bit at probably a good high speed, and then, you know, back up. And so I'm going to have to be doing this for the next little while. And that's going to be some pretty boring footage. So I will be back once it's done. And you know what? It occurs to me that this is such an awesome ravine that goes between here and over there. I want to see what kind of jump I can get on this thing. So, of course, let's place down our launcher track. Now, the launcher track is a pretty interesting little device. If I get out of here my crowbar, let's see where you at. There you are. Cool. And right-click on him, we should be able to change the force of the launcher rail. I wonder how high this thing goes. 30, huh? I have no idea what a launch force of 30 is going to do. So, testing time. This is why I love testing, because you get to find out what crazy things do. Alright, testing time. We're going to ride our rails all the way forward here and let that launcher just shoot us overward and see what happens. So, high speed, go. Nice, fast. Big boost. I like that little extra boost there that I get in the middle, and then it's time to slow down a little bit and ride upwards. Kind of feels like a roller coaster already, doesn't it? Yeah. Alright, pop up top here, speeding along, and we're going to whoosh downward, and hopefully... Hey, oh, you know what? Remember testing. Redstone signal, that's what's needed. So let's get one of those ready. I should have some redstone torches in one of these bags, I think. Anyone? Redstone torches? There they are. So if I do this, yeah, that looks better. Alright, let's try that again. And we're riding. I feel like the improvement with the high-speed rails was totally worth it. Oh, and be careful about making turns on your high-speed rails. If you make a left or right turn, again, explosion very possible. Slow down before you do a turn. Just makes sense that way. Here we go! Whoosh! Hey, that's actually a pretty good boost range. I like that. That gets me all the way clear across the ravine. Awesome. So I landed right about here. So if I lay some tracks like so, that might actually work pretty well. What do you guys think? I should be able to catch on to that. Alright, so now that I know about where I'm going to land, and we're going to want to do something about these slimers that like to jump all over my minecart tracks. Not a problem. Alright, and again for testing. Here goes nothing. Whoosh. Decent range on that 30. I like it a lot, actually. How am I doing? Perfect landing, and we're ready to continue along. Alright, where to from here? Good question. Alright guys, believe it or not, I want to go to another age that I haven't visited in a while. I'm going to head over to the Mushroom Kingdom, because it's time for me to grab something that I left there way back when I was messing around here. Now, the Mushroom Kingdom had a few cool things, but I'm just popping in for a moment, because I left some rather expensive items around. These things. Come here, you. Hey, even got these things. Cool. I want to collect back these items. And look at me, I'm lagging like crazy. So I'm going to collect my, portal thingies here and my rails and all that good stuff. And I'll be back once I've got everything back. Alright, so I brought my portal spawners and I brought my wireless receivers and all this other cool stuff here with me. Of course, I want to do something related to portals. I think it would be fun to have my portal just send me right through there. So, let's see what I can figure out to do. Portal spawner here, as you would expect. Ta-da! Let's go with yellow. Why not? Sounds good. I'm going to need, out of my bag here, probably some detector tracks. I'll grab a few just because I'll need them. And place them right here. Now remember, the portal itself takes up a block. So this portal spawner right here, even though it looks like it's real flush with this thing, is actually taking up this block. So you can't place a block here. Okay? Can't place one here either. Okay, the closest you can place a block is here, so that's why we have to put the, it looks like it's farther away, but don't worry, it's in a good spot. Now, we're going to want a wireless transmitter on the side of this thing, probably, and a wireless receiver probably on the other side. So let's go with frequency. See, look, we've already got the mushroom warp pipe frequency. I think wireless redstone and Mistcraft aren't being friends again. So let's go with frequency 2000. That sounds cool. We'll set the name to be Rails Warp. Sure, why not? Cool. So frequency 2000 there. Should activate when a cart goes over it. Let's see what happens. Cool. Looks good to me. Hey, did you activate or no? You know what? You might be having to be a little bit higher. Frequency 2000. That's the transmitter, right? No. There's your problem. Try that again. Yoink. Ta-da! Winning. Alright, let's go find a good spot to land. I found a good spot to land. Now, just because you probably don't know where I am in relation to this whole area here, if I go off in this direction a little bit, should start to see some familiar structures. Hey, there we are. Alright, so basically my cart goes all way off in that direction, heads to the left, does a little jump over there, and is going to go through the portal spawner, which will hopefully bring me back somewhere along here. Now, I think it would be really cool to fall really far and fast. So, let's get lined up right around here-ish. Maybe here would be a good spot, and go all the way up here. And I'll be back once I've climbed high enough. How's this look for a height? Oh yeah, can barely see the world around me at this height. Let's get a block placed here. And then dip down a little bit and get our little portal spawner thing ready to go. So we're going to want our portal spawner here, right? Come on, facing this direction with red. And then we're going to want our receiver set up too. Now we don't need another transmitter or anything here because we're never going to be going back in this other direction. So just place this guy like so, and receiving for 2000. Okay, so now what should happen is we should get our pipe here. Next, I want to grab out of my white bag something that'll make clearing this out a little bit quicker. Where's my little friend? Alright, got my mining laser ready. Whoosh. So this is me hitting the mining laser as I fall. And let's try that again. Whoosh. Alright, that was a little too far. Oh, really caught on fire that time, didn't I? Alright, but that was a little bit faster than mining my way down. And fun, and it got to emulate the falling effect that hopefully I'll get from this guy all the way up here. Now, carts should go through portals. So what we should find happening here, and I want to make sure that we're in good shape. So let's see, I should fall something like this, straight down to here. And then I'm going to place some just regular tracks right along this way. And I want it to go kind of down here, not there. This looks fun. Right off the edge of there. Alright, let's give it a shot. Now I'm going to just kind of manually kick this off by, let's see, where am I at? Come on, should be getting close. This is the ravine I jump. Alright, let's give it a shot. All I should really have to do is place my cart a little bit like so. Whoosh. Nice and slow, but hey, there we go. Oh boy, am I falling. Alright, this is going to have to be a booster cart track right here, so let's do that. Kind of landed here, didn't I? I want to make sure I actually land on where I'm going to be booster tracking it, but do I have normal boosters? I thought I had normal boosters. Where are you guys at? Maybe in my bag? Maybe I have to go make a few more. Elevator tracks, holding track, boarding track. Nope, nothing fun yet. Alright, let me go get some. I'll be right back. Actually, I don't know if this will work, but I'm thinking it might. If I just put boarding tracks like that, like both of them, and just keep a steady redstone signal. And again, lever as a test. Oh, looks like they don't transmit redstone signal along themselves. See? Good thing we test. I'm just testing this to see if this will work. That way it doesn't matter exactly where I land. Let's give it another try, shall we? Here we go. Whoosh. Now I kind of like the whole, like, all of a sudden there's nothing, and then you're falling, 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 and whee! Good times. Sweet. Not a huge fan of how you can't really see down while you're falling, but I don't know if you can really manage that too much. Alright, cool. What I do want to do real quick, by the way, Come on. Kind of see exactly where this thing falls. That's a good test. Alright, right around here-ish. Just a note, because I do want to fall into something. I'll be back once I'm ready to fall into something. Alright, I think now might be a good time to test the whole thing start to finish, and that's what I'm going to do. Probably by pressing the button and riding the cart. So high-speed rail cart, whoosh, off in that direction, and then up the elevator. And I'm going to implement the next stage of this design and then probably wrap up the episode because we're getting a little close to the 30-minute mark. And I do have a few more things I'd like to do. So here we go. Elevator rail, booster rail, go. Whoosh. All the way straight over to land on the track where I'm going to interact with the portal. Ta-da! And I'm falling. World loads around me real quick and falling some more into some water. Oh boy. Cool. I like it. Alright, I'll be back. Alright, you guys ready? So I'm going to fall right down here with my minecart, right? And probably land somewhere around this area. What am I going to land in? Ha! Why not land into a Mistcraft portal? What do you think? I think that sounds like a good plan, don't you? Alright, so in order to do that, I'm going to have to build a Mistcraft portal. Let's make it a decent-sized one. Like, it doesn't have to be, like, enormous or anything, but let's see. If this is about the center of where I land, I'll probably want to be, 1, 2 away from there. So let's just do it like this. Okay. I want it to kind of look nice and squarish. Nice and, good-looking. So we'll bump it out this way some. How's that look? Probably landing around here. So let's make it 1, 2. Let's do one more here. If I really wanted to, I could have made this a 9x9 portal, just, for fun, but no biggie. Alright, not looking bad, right? So I'm just going to fill in the top slots here with some cobblestone. That'll just clear off the top layer of water, and then the bottom layer of water, I think I'll leave there, and we'll see how, if it causes a problem or anything. I don't expect it to, really, but I guess we'll see what happens. So just clearing away all this top layer of water. Doesn't that look nice? Oh yeah, that looks cool. Let's get out our destruction catalyst just to help clean up this little bit. So, like I said, I expect the cart to land on that little slot here. We'll put cobblestone back down there or something, just to, There we go. Nice and smooth looking, and maybe even clear this up a little bit. There, that looks nice, doesn't it? Oh yeah. Maybe even a little bit more. I think I placed this thing here by mistake. Yeah, looking sharp. Alright, I'll be back in a minute once I have a linking book to place in here. Alright, next up, let's craft using our crystals here, one of those link book receptacles. And just place it, really doesn't matter where. I can just place it probably down in the corner here, might be a good spot. Look at these little guys just jumping all over the place trying to get to me. Alright, now we should be able to activate this guy with any kind of link book portal. Let's go ahead and grab one. I'm not sure exactly where I want this thing to go just yet, to be honest with you. Well, I have an idea. What I honestly don't is know if I want to spoil it in this episode or maybe leave it as a cliffhanger until the next one. I know you guys love cliffhangers. Wahaha. So, maybe, just to test that everything works, and I'm not going to guarantee that this is where it's going to wind up going, but let's use the Portal Age linking book. Yeah, sure, why not? That sounds like it's a good plan. Not going to actually have it go into the Portal Age, of course. But let's travel over there. Yep, this is where I'll land in my minecart, hopefully, if everything works properly. So pick up my Portal Age book once more, travel back to the Age of Rails, and I'll meet you guys over at the link book receptacle. Alright, here goes nothing. So swinging by here, placing the book in the link book receptacle. Hopefully, everything works right. Alright, now I should be able to just jump right through here. Let's see what happens. Whoosh. So like I said, not the end destination. This is just a test. I don't really want to give away where this thing's going to go. It's nothing like too super exciting or anything, but I figured I'll leave that till next episode. But for now, I'd like to travel into the Age of Rails and give the whole thing start to finish a nice little test. What do you say? Alright, here goes nothing. And this will come to a final destination, will be that little cart dispenser there, which will pick the cart back up. So, here we go. Slowing down, going up my elevator. Dun, 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 dun. And riding up this rail here. Hooray! Getting jettisoned. Woot. I like that booster rail, especially at like max distance is pretty awesome. And then I fall. There we go. And then directly land inside the Mistcraft portal. Hopefully. Ta-da! Traveling. And then I land right here. Perfect. Alright, so like I said, not the final destination by far. Let's head back to the overworld, get our book out of there, and then I'm pretty sure this feels like a good wrapping up point for this episode. So I'm just going to grab my book real quick. So anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed episode 77 of Direwolf20's Let's Play. Get used to the rails, I think, because right now we don't have the portal gun mod in our multiplayer server. So I think rails are going to be a big part of how we get around. There's a lot of cool stuff with Railcraft that I'm trying to find a good way to use and demonstrate for you guys, but it's not so useful in single player. There's this whole signaling and control system that you can use so that, you know, when multiple people are traveling along the same Railcraft track, they can, you know, not collide with each other and not have issues. So, like, as awesome as that is, it's really not all that useful in single player, except for, like, maybe if you're doing automation with rails. But then again, you know, I'm not doing that really so much. So I won't be able to show you the signaling so much, but trust me that it's very complicated and awesome. Maybe, hopefully, I'll be able to get to it in some of my multiplayer Let's Play series. So, like I said, episode 77 wrapping up. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And episode 78 next time, I'm going to come back, show you where the actual destination of that little portal is going to go. And we'll have to see what we wind up doing. All right, guys, take it easy.